everyone, it's Hailey, and today is Bookmas Day 8, so we're going to be talking about the top 8 books that we want to read in 2017. As per usual, starting off by saying, if you're participating in Bookmas, don't forget to hashtag things Bookmas 2016 and tag me in it so I will see it and you may be featured in next day's video. You understand what I'm saying. Let's just get into the book. So I wanted to start off with 3 that I mentioned in yesterday's video, so I'm not really going to go into depth about them. I'm just going to talk about them very briefly. You can see me go more into depth in yesterday's video, but that is these 3 sequels slash series conclusions that I haven't gotten to yet because I am a very bad person. So we have Frost Like Night by Sarah Rosh, the conclusion to the Snow Like Ashes trilogy. We have Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo, the conclusion to the Six of Crows duology. This is as uncomfortable as it looks, if you're wondering. And then we have Gemina by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, which is the second book in the Illuminae files. So these are ones that I will definitely be getting to near the beginning of the year because I just need to get on them. Alright, so now getting into the actual books. This is kind of my TBR for 2017, the books that I really want to read, which I usually include in my my New Year's resolutions video, but I decided to do it in my Bookmas video, so my New Year's resolution video is just going to be about resolutions. But anyways, the first book is The Songs of Innocence and Experience by William Blake. I have read like a bunch of poems in here because as an English major, at least at my university, you study Blake at least once a semester, which I am not, I don't have a problem with that. I love Blake so much, but I have never actually read through the entirety of his collection, so I really want to do that because I have loved so many poems in here and I think that I will really enjoy the rest. Plus, we tend to study the same poems, so I really want to see different poems in here that I haven't studied before, other than like Infant Joy and Tiger and all those things that I've studied a million times. I still love them, but I just kind of want to broaden my Blake horizons. I cannot speak in this video. Next up is another classic, and that is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. I have not read this yet, and I'm so mad about it. It was on my TBR for 2016, but guess what? I never got to it. I really, really want to get to it because I read Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen, and I really loved that one, and I've also read Northanger Abbey by her, and I really loved that one, and this is her most popular one, so I just need to read it and see what all the hype is about because I'm sure I will love it. I don't know why I haven't read it yet. I don't know why. I have no answers. So the rest of the books are YA, or they're at least not classics. This one though is not YA. It is middle grade, and that is The Land of Stories by Chris Colfer. I didn't know about this series before I started working at my local chapters, and then I had a ton of kids coming in looking for these books, and I was like, what is this? So I looked at the cover, and I love the covers, and I think the whole concept is so intriguing. It's basically like the Once Upon a Time TV show, but like in a book, and I don't really like the Once Upon a Time TV show, but I like the whole concept of it, so I think as a book it would be really good, and I just love the whole concept of this whole entire thing. I think it would be amazing, and I've heard nothing but good things from the kids who come looking for it at work, and even a lot of older people are looking for it at work as well, so it must be really good, so I very much want to get to it. Next up is Alice in Zombieland by Gina Showalter. This is one that I'm very apprehensive about because you guys know obviously that I love Alice in Wonderland, but that being said, I hate zombies. Like, I absolutely hate them. It's not that it scares me, it just disgusts me. Like, I find nothing appealing about the whole concept of zombies. I just think it's gross and I want nothing to do with it. But I've heard so many good things about this one, and I think that since I love Alice so much, maybe I will still enjoy it. I'm hoping it'll kind of be like a Splintered sort of thing where it's just kind of a grotesque reimagining of Wonderland, and it's not like the zombies where they're eating each other, like that whole thing, because I just hate that. So I'm hoping that it's going to be kind of like Splintered and then I will enjoy it, but I don't know, we shall see, but I am going to give it a shot because so many of you guys have been asking me to, so I'm gonna give it a go. Next up is a book that I've actually mentioned in previous Bookmas videos, and that is Of Fire and Stars by Audrey Colthurst. This has been getting tons of buzz around when it was announced and then its release because it is actually a princess who is supposed to marry a prince, but she falls in love with the prince's sister. So I love the idea of a lesbian princess. I think it's going to be fantastic. I'm very hopeful for it, and I really want to be diversifying my reading in 2017. That's one of my main goals, so I think this is a perfect place to start. And the final book on my 2017 TBR, if you will, is Truth Witch by Susan Dennard. I have not actually gotten into this book. I was reading it for a while and I just ended up putting it down because it wasn't grasping me. I just wasn't really in the mood for a fantasy, so I haven't actually really gotten into it, but I really need to get into it because I do have an arc of the second book, but I haven't read this one yet, so I can't read the second one, so I need to kind of read this one and then read that one, and then I've heard like amazing things about the series, so I think I will really love it, but I just haven't gotten into it. I don't know why. So those were the top 8 books that are on my 2017 TBR, and here are some of your 2017 TBRs.
So first off on Instagram we have Bookish Trash with her favorite sequels. Throne of Glass is an amazing series, so I'm not surprised that they made her list. And next up we have Taylor in Kensington on YouTube with all of her picks. She has some great ones in her video as well. And then on her blog we have To Be Read with her awesome picks, and she has a really nice blog layout as well.
And now I'm going to be turning it over to present day me, who probably hasn't read very much because I have 40 hours next week. I'm pre-filming this, but next week I have 40 hours, so I probably was working all day and haven't read a lot, but nonetheless, we're gonna see how my reading's going.
Hey guys, so I had an okay reading day today. I don't know, I didn't really read a ton. I have kind of gotten into the mood to purge everything in my room, so between work and Christmas things and doing that, I have not been reading a ton, but as I do that, I have been listening to an audiobook, so I am about 200 pages into Gemina, which I'm really enjoying so far, and I am slowly but surely making my way through Caraval. It's just taking me a really long time to get into it, so yeah, I am going to go and listen to some more of my audiobook and finish cleaning my room.
So that is all for Bookmas Day 8, and I will see you guys tomorrow for Bookmas Day 9. We are almost at the end, which is absolutely crazy, but I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!